Good morning! We're here at the Bear Lake Trailhead once again, located inside the Rocky Mountain National Park. And it's really windy this morning. And today, we're going to try to go for the Pool of Jade. It's located a little over a mile past Emerald Lake, up in between Hallett Peak and Flat Top Mountain. In order to get up to Emerald Lake, we have to go by Nymph Lake and Dream Lake on the way. So in total, we should hit 4 lakes today. And within 10 minutes, we're up here to Nymph Lake. And we have arrived to the Lake Hayaha split, where we're going to stay to the right and continue on up to Dream Lake and Emerald Lake. And within 30 minutes, we're up here to lake number 2, Dream Lake. And this seems like it's always windy up here. And in 50 minutes, we're up here to Emerald Lake, and the wind is not stopping. I can see the route up to Pool of Jade. It doesn't look technically really bad. It looks kind of annoying, lots of loose rocks. But I don't know if we're going to get up there with this wind today. It's just like knocking us over. Well, it looks like we are going to give this a shot. So we're going to start heading up right here. And I guess just see how far we can get. We're working our way to the south of Emerald Lake. And then we're going to cut to the west and keep heading on up those rocks. We made it up here to the next section, and our next short-term goal is to head for those trees. However, we don't know what's on the other side of those trees. We don't know if we need to stay up high and keep it up right there, or if it goes way down and then we need to come up closer to those flat slabs. I guess we'll have to just wait and see when we get over there. This is no joke, guys. I've done a lot of scrambling, and this is pretty hard. It's real loose, real steep. We're kicking off rock slides like crazy. we've actually picked up a trail, and it continues to go straight up right here. Made it over here to where those trees are, and it doesn't dip down and up too much. This next section is going to be pretty challenging. It's going to take us a few minutes. We've worked our way up close to the rock wall here. This isn't too bad. That's looking back at where we have come from. Emerald Lake is getting smaller. Awesome! Coming across some ice up here. Really cool. It's got some rocks frozen into it. This is a pretty savage hike. I was thinking we might have bitten off more than we could chew, but we're doing it. We're getting up there. Although this hike has pretty moderate stats, looking at 2.9 miles out, a little over a 2,000 foot elevation gain, it doesn't seem like it'd be that hard, but it packs a punch. Let me tell you. Now here's the next section. This part looks pretty nasty, but I think this is where we want to cut over and get on the flat slabs. The book talked about having to cross the water at some point, and I think we're at that point. So we're going to work our way over here to the north for just a tiny bit, make our way through these giant rocks, and then we're going to cross the water and continue heading on up. And this is looking up at the next section. And we're still working our way over to the right, which would be the north. Well, we failed at trying to get over to the flat slabs. And we're like 100% committed to going up this way now. I don't know, this is really hard though. It's savage back here. We've been on the wrong side for quite a while now, and we're desperately trying to get over there to where that grass is. It's 10:15 right now, which means I just turned 43 a few minutes ago. Found a spot out of the wind. We're gonna get it. But my goodness, this is hard. I think if we could just get across right here and work our way up to this spot right there, It looks pretty easy the rest of the way. This is looking at the very final section. And what I think the plan is right now is to just keep going straight right here. Try and work it over and across and then up. That's the top right there. We're gonna get this. And in 4 hours and 15 minutes, we made it up here to the Pool of Jade. Actually, it looks like a pool of mud because it's all dried up. I cannot believe this thing was all dried up. That's just sucks. After that hard hike. But it wasn't a hike fail though, we made it. That was a nature fail. That's looking up at the Tyndall Glacier. And then on the left is gonna be Hallett Peak. On the right, Flat Top Mountain. It's about 12 o'clock. We've been sitting up here for about 45 minutes, enjoying the pool of mud. But it's about time to go. It's time to head on back. Sometimes these big ones move. That's looking over to the south side, and that's the way we came up through all those huge rocks. That was totally a mistake. You don't want to be over there at all. Instead, we're on the correct side going down, and you can see the path down there looks so much better. I can't even begin to explain how much better this is over here on this side. But we're almost down to the first big lip, I would say. And what we need to do now is take it right down here and then keep it right on the edge of that thing and go down. Where we messed up is we didn't take the hard right and come over this direction. We just kept going straight up the rocks. And then we got stuck up in there and we couldn't get over here. I don't know if I've done a good job illustrating just how large these rocks are back here, but these are giant. This has been almost just as hard coming down as it was going up. This is no joke up here. Some giant rocks. They're very unforgiving. And we can finally see Emerald Lake again. When you're coming up and you get to this point, once you top out right up there, you need to hit a hard right and then go down and up and basically work your way on over to the other side of the water to where there's grass and smooth rocks. But it's real difficult, and it's nearly impossible to know that when you're coming up for the first time. So that's why I'm telling you. Stopped here for a few power beans. I'm gonna eat those, and then I should have all the strength I need to get back down to the trailhead. Coming down this part seems like a piece of cake compared to those giant boulders. We're getting pretty close to Emerald Lake. Maybe 250, 300 feet below us. We're working it down here to the left. It's where it gets flat. Then we'll just take it straight on out. And I cannot believe we just did that. We were way up there. And that first shelf, that's just the beginning. We probably hiked for another 2 hours beyond that. That is awesome. And in 2 hours and 25 minutes, we made it back down to Emerald Lake, and we're back on the trail. This is really nice. So it took us 3 hours and 25 to get up from the lake to the pool of mud, and it took us 2 hours and 25 to get down. Pool of jade, more like a pool of jadedness, that it was empty after we did all that hiking. What a bummer. I sure wish we had a fire trail right now. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is probably the most heavily trafficked trail in Rocky Mountain National Park. It's insane. I mean, there's like 50 plus people at each of the lakes, hundreds of people on the trail. I'm not joking when I say that either. That's like legit numbers. I wouldn't come near this place on a weekend. It's just past 3 o'clock, which means that took us a little over 3 hours to get down from the Pool of Jade, aka the Pool of Mud. All Trails has some really funky numbers for this hike, but my book says that it's 2.9 up with a little over a 2,000 foot elevation gain. But I can tell you right now, my GPS was not working up there at all. I think it was that big wall on Hallett Peak was really throwing off the signal. And my GPS says like 12.9 miles. Yeah, that's not right at all. And here's my mom's new ride. Isn't that awesome? It's pretty fancy. It's like mine, but better. Nice job. High five on that one. Oh. Boom. That was a hard hike.
Yeah, it was.
That was officially the 49th hike of the season. And that was my mom and I's grand finale. We had a lot of good adventures this summer. Hope you enjoyed them. Until the next hike, y'all. Peace.